We're live inside of the Primavera Online High School Lounge, and I am very excited right now. TV's one of your TV's favorite dad. We have Bob Saget right here.
I'm the only father left that you can trust.
That's really unfortunately true.
It is. There's some good ones still. I mean, Bryan Cranston was a Malcolm in the Middle, but we don't think about that. We think about Breaking Bad. So
yeah. You don't think about Malcolm in the Middle now. That image is tarnished. Now you think
he found his own once he was in the desert.
He's like, now you will know my name.
Exactly. I'm not like that. But I do have two dual personalities, and one of them is my stand-up, which is also an extension of myself. And that's why I'm here, which is doing stand-up live tonight and tomorrow, 2 shows each night.
Which is weird for me because obviously I grew up watching, Full House and whatnot. And now as an adult watching your stand-up, I'm all...
my new stand-up, we change as artists. So it's not like I do one thing. It doesn't stay the same. So I've been doing stand-up for 40 years, which is older than you've been alive. And so the new special I just did, which is on Amazon Prime and on all viral platforms, it's viral platform. Sounds like I got a problem.
Right.
I need antibiotic. But you can't take antibiotics for viruses, only bacterial. Anyway,
it is 420. There's special stuff for that these days.
It's 420. So congrats, you people. And sorry it didn't pass this year. Next year, and medicinal. Everybody's getting the fake ones, but the special I did is called 0 to 60, and it's done very well. It came out on vinyl, so it's you can not only watch it on everything, iTunes and everywhere.
You can listen to it.
You can on vinyl.
That's really cool. I collect vinyl, so that's something I'm really excited about.
It's really interesting. All I wanted was a vinyl thing, and I was on Fallon a couple months ago, and he was so excited, and we were joking. I'm going to put it on CD-ROM next. You don't even know what CD-ROM is.
I do know what CD-ROM is.
I
have one of those modern. I do know what a floppy
is. Like that square thing. It's going to come out on that.
I'm flattered that you think I'm that young, that I don't know about these things. I know what answering machines are.
Oh, you
beepers,
do?
Yes.
You know Mimeo?
I don't know that.
Mimeo it came off like in Fast Times at Ridgemont High when they passed them out. Everybody went, or I think it was Animal House. I don't remember, but it doesn't matter because millennials don't care. Oh. But I'm happy to be here to do stand-up, and I'm happy to be in your cave, your high school lounge.
Yeah, welcome to our cave on a very special date, obviously. April 20th is very much widely celebrated all over the world. Have you ever been 420 friendly?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm a comedian. I've been in showbiz.
You can't assume.
Hey, well, you can when it comes to comedians. I mean, and I started in 1978 in L.A., so I was in the comedy scene. So the people that were drifting in and out of all the comedy store in L.A. were Robin Williams and Richard Pryor, and then I became friends with Sam Kinison and a lot. Ronnie Dangerfield lived by pot. He just believed. I love it, man. It's my favorite. Nobody's gonna tell me not to smoke. So, I was always around it. But it's not my drug of choice. I just like a good one-a-day vitamin. And,
one-a-day vitamin. I
take I take women's vitamins
for the hair growth and your nails, right?
And my hormones and
keep everything balanced.
Exactly. And when I'm pregnant, I want to be sure that I keep the baby nurtured
and healthy, and make sure it comes out with lots of full head of hair.
Full head of hair. You don't want a bald baby,
right?
But sometimes they're really cute. and I have an ex-wife. I've been divorced 22 years, but I'm getting married.
I saw that.
Yeah, I got a fiance.
Just celebrated an anniversary also.
Yeah.
And I just started following your fiance on Instagram. She's pretty cool.
She's amazing. Her things eat, travel, rock, and she
went from real estate to now she's a travel blogger.
Yeah, and she goes everywhere. And she did a thing. Rolling Stone had her take motorcycle lessons with Harley, and she was out traveling. And
did she have you doing any crazy stunts?
She doesn't have me doing nothing because we don't. Our careers are separate.
This is my career. This is yours.
Well, one time I did we're talking about her, so that kind of is a joint thing. But I did a thing where we were in a restaurant in Chicago that I love called Gibson's, and so she interviewed me because she interviews a lot of music acts, and I'm part music. I do half my show is music, so it always.
You play the guitar, right?
Since I'm 11, I always have done musical comedy. My new special has like 4 new songs in it, and the audience. I just want people to have a good time. I didn't even think I'd be on the road, and I did a theater tour when my special came out in November, and then I went. People need to laugh, and they need to be in a group together and not have all this anger. So people come from. Doesn't matter what political party, what religion, whatever. I don't care. I don't we're all human beings, and so I got this. I sing a song, my version of "We Are the World." It's called "We've Got to Be Kind to Each Other," but I involve my nether regions in it, because I'm a soft.
You got to be kind to
I'm
them.
like South Park. You got to be kind.
Yeah, you must be kind.
You can't hurt them. Don't stay away from open drawers and filing cabinets. That's what you do when you're a dude.
I know. It was like
ladies have it much easier in that regard.
Yeah, I guess tall file cabinets might suck for us.
Yeah, that is true. You can get a bruise, and it can
monkey
dent.
bars.
Yeah, you don't want that. Guys like it when a girl in high school is on the monkey bars because sometimes they
peep under the skirt,
or they do. I can't talk like that. It's the hashtag generation, so I can't. I can't say anything.
Oh, come on. Do you feel like people are a lot more sensitive these days, especially with social media?
And I don't want to offend anybody because there's no reason to. There's just no reason to do it. For
this
what
is all
reason?
Common stuff that we all talk about behind closed doors, and once somebody puts it on print,
we all do it anyway. Mm-hmm. It's like, when you're 9 years old. When I was 9 years old, I would see a girl in the monkey bars, and she would wrap her knees around it, and her skirt would fall over her head. But she was clothed underneath, and even leggings at some point. But I still was interested because that's the kind of dude I was. I watched James Bond movies at 9 years old. So I'm not meaning it inappropriately. I'm just saying that's what kids do. So when we want to do comedy, we can't take away the jokes about the sexual curiosity of being 11. That's all part of life.
Oh my gosh.
But you don't want to offend anybody. So sometimes it's a slippery slope. So
that's if you think about it too much. You're going to offend somebody regardless.
Well, when I'm working,
just keep going,
which what you do when you're working in full stream of consciousness, you go, "Oh my God, did I say that? Do we want to cut it?" And they go, "No, let's leave it." And then you take some heat maybe on Twitter, but it's never ill-intended. I'm only trying to make people feel good and make them have fun. And have you been to Stand Up Live?
I have. I love that
place. Why don't you come see me? I'm there tonight and tomorrow.
I'll be there for sure. Now
I can get you free tickets. Sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry,
thank
everybody.
You.
Sorry.
Put you on my list.
We're besties in the lounge.
I like that. When it comes to, did you ever have a hard time separating your roles? Like, you're this famous dad on TV. You always have the good, moral, squeaky clean message at the end.
Character. That's called acting.
Is it acting? But do people hold that against you?
Well, no, but that's people's problems. I mean, their perceptions of how they. And I'm playing Danny Tanner now. I go back in 2 months to shoot more episodes of Fuller House, and I also play a possible murderer on a new show with Josh Groban and Tony Danza on Netflix in the fall. And I just played a dad in a movie I directed.
That you did, yep.
Called Benjamin. And then I'll be out with Rob Corddry and Kevin Pollak and Sherry O'Terry and Dave Foley and really funny, great actor comedy people. And it's about my son being on meth. We think he's on meth, so we have an intervention that we call on Facebook, which is stupid. And to do that, that's not how you do an intervention.
We're going Facebook Live with this intervention.
That's right. You don't do that.
Your life more.
You don't do that. And so it's a special movie, and it's nothing like my Danny Tanner character. And last role I played on Broadway, I was a Lutheran pastor. So,
wow.
It's acting. So people go, "Oh my God, he's not like Danny Tanner." And
they're all disappointed. You're like,
but no, they can't, because what would Danny Tanner do as a stand-up? I mean,
right? Would you really want to go?
Be the
see
worst
Danny
show
Tanner
ever. He'd
clean the whole stage
that's
and everything.
All. Clean your glasses and hug you. So I love being multifaceted, and I've done.
We're all multifascinated at one point in our lives.
Aren't you multifascinated?
I'm multifascinated at this moment right now.
That's really sweet. But I think doing many things, which I love to do, different things. I'm directing a documentary on a brilliant comedian, Martin Mull, who's a great artist, who everybody knows, but they don't remember what they know him from. But but the younger people, everybody else does. Everybody over 45 or 50.
But now we can learn.
You'll know him the second you see him. I mean, he was on Roseanne, and he was on Sabrina, and he's the blonde-haired guy with glasses, and he's just brilliant. He's a brilliant artist, so it's about that.
Very cool. Now we're in this era of reboots, obviously. You're one
Yeah,
of them.
so it's not stopping. And Fuller House was the first one. And now we got Roseanne, which is really good. And
I know they're talking about a Fresh Prince one. I know it's been in the works. Maybe a
you got to be able
reboot.
to get all the people, though. I mean,
That's why they're talking about a cartoon one also.
yeah, the cartoon
that
would be
would've
the way
been-
to go.
I think that
'cause
would be the way to go.
I don't think Will Smith is doing a sitcom.
No, but he's great on his Instagram.
He's just great. He really is great.
Now, I'm excited for your show tonight, tomorrow night at Stand Up Live.
Thank
As we
you.
close out this interview, I want to close out in a classic, Danny Tanner on Full House, the moral message at the end of the episode. Is there
Right.
any words you'd like to leave us with?
Yeah. It's the reason I'm doing stand up is that we've got to be unified because we're all human beings and people. I actually tweeted this yesterday that we're all. Let me read what I tweeted.
We're all part of the human race.
Yeah,
That's all I can
we're all,
remember.
We're all part of the human race. God, you're good. And so, why do they call it a race? Is it a race to be? Are we competing against each other to be? And it was just a play on words and saying that there should be no competition and life shouldn't be about race because we're all human beings. And then I ended it with just saying, I'm just pitching, I'm pitching the idea that we don't need to compete and that we should.
We're all good in our own lanes.
If another
and just-
planet attacked us, and
we'd all have to come together.
we'd have to, but
Hopefully.
half the people wouldn't believe it was really happening because they don't think we landed on the moon.
That
so,
too.
so we've got to get clarity. So I think we need some people that prove that they're aliens to, no matter where you live, no matter.
Well, we're all multi-fascinated aliens.
And we're all humans, and
Yes.
we're all. And there's a lot more good people than we realize. And
Yes, they don't get celebrated as much as they should. We hear too much about all the bad news, and that kind of just
they breed
goes at the top of the Twitter feed most of the time.
And top of the news, they breed contention. They breed hatred amongst everyone. And it's just not what we're here to do. So that's why I'm doing stand-up, to make people have a good time.
We're having a good time with
Just
Danny
having
Tanner
a
himself.
good
All right.
time.
Mr. Bob Saget going to be tonight at Stand Up Live tonight. Tomorrow night, it's going to be a good, happy 420 weekend.
Yeah, it's 420 weekend. And I like a stoned audience, by the way, because when they laugh, there's a delay. They don't...
That's just me. Story of my life. All right. I'm not
and
stoned, I
drinking
promise.
people laugh right away, but because they're more aggressive. But
Well, they're
a
laughing
stoned
ahead of
audience,
time, too.
yeah, they are. They don't know what's up. But the stoned audience, sometimes people will be shocked 45 minutes in that I'm even on stage. Oh my God, that's Bob Saget. It's like, so I'm really looking forward to the shows tonight and tomorrow.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Bob Saget inside of the Primavera Online High School Lounge with Natasha Castles. Hi, that is I.
That's it.